Is Hope Logan finally breaking the chains of a decade-long cycle, or is she just burning down every bridge that ever kept her safe? Seriously, was this move to resign from Logan Creations really about finding her own voice, or is there something way more self-destructive happening here? We have to ask ourselves, is Hope finally becoming the hero of her own story, or is she turning into the very villain she spent years trying to avoid? Well, think about it. The fashion world in Los Angeles has basically exploded. For years, Hope was the good girl at Forrester Creations, that moral compass who stayed loyal even when Steffi was constantly trying to sideline her. But after feeling like she was being treated like a second-class citizen, Hope made a move that left everyone's jaw on the floor. She secretly signed with Logan Creations, a rival house backed by Bill Spencer and led by her Aunt Katie. But this wasn't just about a new job. It was a full-on declaration of war. By joining Katie, Hope wasn't just looking for an office. She was looking for a way to get back at the Forrester dynasty that treated her like an afterthought. But the drama didn't stop there. As soon as the ink was dry on that contract, the pressure started to crush her. Katie was pushing for impossible deadlines. Her mom, Brooke, was basically declaring total war on the whole move, and Liam started suffocating her with his own insecurities. Now, in a twist that has all of us reeling, Hope hasn't just left Forrester. She's effectively quitting Logan too, also she can strike out on her own with Zend. Honestly, this move feels like the ultimate psychological break. Hope isn't just running from Steffi anymore, she's running from the Logan name itself. By quitting her aunt's company so fast after that big defection, she's telling everyone she is done being a pawn, whether the game is played by a Forrester or a Logan. It's a risky, maybe even reckless, attempt to find the soul she thinks she lost to all these family expectations. Why did she really do it? For years, Hope has been defined by who she belongs to: Brooke's daughter, Liam's wife, Ridge's stepdaughter. Leaving Logan Creations is a visceral reaction to realizing that even at a family company, she was still being managed. She wasn't an artist. She was an asset. The big trigger was clearly that suffocating mix of Katie's crushing deadlines and Brooke's total refusal to see Hope as an adult. Internally, you can tell Hope is vibrating with this mix of terror and total euphoria. Imagine being the perfect person for 20 years. That weight doesn't just go away. It crushes you until you snap. She's not just angry. She's exhausted from the performance of being Hope Logan. In those secret meetings at RJ's beach house, she's finally breathing air that isn't filtered through some corporate machine. We really need to look at this resignation differently. It's not a career failure. It's more like a personality exorcism. Hope is systematically cutting off every person who thinks they own a piece of her. By quitting Logan, she's telling Katie and Bill that their money can't buy her, and she's telling Brooke that her approval doesn't matter anymore. My honest opinion? I think Hope is making the most brilliant, yet most dangerous move of her life. While I agree she needs to be free from Steffi's thumb, quitting Logan so fast makes her look a bit erratic. But hey, if you want to build an empire, you have to be okay with being the bad guy for a bit. She's finally stopped asking for permission, and I'm 100% here for it. Psychologically, this is a classic case of an over-controlled personality hitting a breaking point. She's having a massive identity crisis because she's spent years playing mediator. Her ego is finally demanding the spotlight, and because it was pushed down for so long, it's coming out as total defiance. She isn't just building a brand. She's building a fortress where no one can tell her she's undervalued ever again. And then there's Liam. The funny thing is, Liam didn't just trigger this mess. He practically weaponized it. His constant need to be the savior, while tracking her location and throwing tantrums over Zend, is the literal definition of toxic. He didn't want Hope to succeed. He wanted her to be safe, under his dad's wing where he could keep being the center of her universe. Liam is spiraling because he's lost his damsel. His whole sense of worth is tied to Hope needing him. When she looked him in the eye and chose freedom over his divorce threat, it wasn't just a breakup, it was a total blow to a man who always has to be the hero. Let's be real about Liam's shocking discovery of those sketches. He didn't see art, he saw a threat. He turned a professional partnership into a sexual betrayal because he can't imagine Hope finding happiness in something he didn't give her. Liam demanding a divorce over a business meeting is honestly the most manipulative thing we've seen in years. He thought he could use her fear of being alone to force her back into her good girl box. I'm so glad she called his bluff. If your husband's first thought when you succeed is to grab divorce papers, that marriage was already on life support. Psychologically, Liam is dealing with some deep attachment issues. He bounces between Steffi and Hope because he can't handle being alone. Now that Steffi is happy with Finn and Hope is independent, he has no role left to play. His rage is just the sound of an ego that has no audience anymore.
Don't even get me started on Brooke.
Her reaction to Hope's career moves has been nothing short of a total meltdown. Smashed TVs, screaming, treating Hope like property that Katie stole. It's been wild to watch. The trigger wasn't the job, it was Brooke losing control over the Logan legacy. Brooke feels like she is losing her own reflection. She's always seen Hope as the better version of herself, the one who did everything right. When Hope defects and then quits, Brooke feels her own past being judged through her daughter's choices. This isn't heartbreak for Hope. It's a wound to Brooke's narcissism. This isn't just a family feud. It's a generational crisis. Brooke expects the Logans to be one single unit, but Hope is trying to be an individual. That rage Brooke unleashed in the showroom wasn't about fashion. It was a desperate, ugly way to shame her daughter back into being obedient. I honestly think Brooke's behavior is indefensible. Watching a mother scream at her daughter until she literally falls to the floor is a new low. Brooke says she's the one who's wronged, but she's the one being the aggressor here. She is choosing her own ego and her ties to the Forresters over her own child's health and happiness. Brooke is showing that smothering mother energy big time. Her identity is so wrapped up in Hope that any different choice feels like a personal attack. She's using emotional violence, the screaming, the TV smashing, to keep things the way she wants them. But things are about to get way worse for Hope Logan. While she's enjoying that creative glow with Zend at the beach house, the legal walls are closing in. Carter, who used to be her ally, has been ordered by the Forresters to sue her for everything she's got. Because Hope only took a leave of absence instead of actually quitting Forrester, she's technically in a huge breach of contract by working for the competition and starting her own firm. And we can't forget Bill Spencer. That man does not like being used as a stepping stone. If Hope thinks she can just walk away from that Logan contract without a fight, she's really underestimating Dollar Bill. Bill and Katie put up the money, and they won't let their star walk out to become a competitor without making her pay. The tension is exploding at the bikini bar, where a literal brawl has already broken out between the men in her life. That public humiliation of Liam and Zend fighting in the dirt is just the start. The fallout from that night has drawn lines that a simple "I'm sorry" won't fix. Hope is now in a war on all sides, a legal fight with the Forresters, a money war with the Spencers, and a psychological battle with her own mother. I'm predicting that Hope's physical collapse is the check engine light for a much bigger crisis. The stress is an obvious cause, but those pregnancy rumors are getting really loud. If she's pregnant, it changes everything for that upcoming custody battle. Liam will probably use her career moves and her secret partnership with Zend to say she's unstable and an unfit mother. It's going to be a heartbreaking courtroom drama that makes the fashion war look like a joke. I also expect Zend Hope to actually be a hit, but it's going to cost her everything personally. Hope and Zend will make the most talked about collection in years, but by the time it's on the runway, Hope might be totally alone, with no family left to celebrate with. She'll have the crown, but she'll be sitting on a throne of broken glass. Well, let's look at the good girl syndrome for a second. It's really the hidden engine behind all of this. Hope was always the one who stayed and forgave the unforgivable. But that takes a toll. When she left Forrester, she was trying to shed a skin that didn't fit anymore. Her move to Logan was just a rebound. She thought she'd be safe with Katie, but then she realized the Logan name was just another cage. Quitting Logan is the final stage of her changing. She's rejecting the idea of being just a daughter or a niece at work. Think about the panic she must feel every time she looks at a fabric swatch now. It's about survival. Every design she and Zend make is basically a middle finger to everyone who told them they weren't good enough. That creative fire is addictive, and it's why she's willing to risk her marriage and a lawsuit to keep it going. We have to see Zen Hope as a political statement. Forresters are old money, Spencers are new power, and Hope is trying to find a third way. She's trying to exist outside the power structure she was born into. I actually find her work with Zend to be the most real thing she's done in forever. Zend is the only one who sees her as an artist first. Everyone else is worried about brand identity, but these two are worried about beauty. It's refreshing, honestly. It's about time someone cared more about the clothes than the drama, even if the drama is exactly what's fueling the creative process. Hope is in reaction formation mode right now. She's acting the exact opposite of how she was raised. She was taught to be nice, so now she's being defiant. She was taught to be open, so now she's being secretive. This is messy, but it's part of finding herself. She has to be the bad daughter for a while to find out who she is as a woman. Now, the legal mess is just getting started. Carter Walton is a good guy, but he has a job to do. When Ridge and Steffi tell him to sue Hope, they want to destroy her, so she can never work again. That leave of absence was Hope's biggest mistake. It was a half measure because she was scared to burn the bridge. But in fashion, that's just an opening for your enemies to crush you. Carter knows the law, and he knows Hope is in a weak spot. Carter is probably torn, too. He's gone against the Forresters before, but right now he's being tested. For Hope, seeing Carter, someone she trusted, planning her legal ruin, must feel like a knife to the heart. It just proves to her that no one from her old life is on her side. This lawsuit isn't really about contracts, it's about ownership. The Forresters think they own the Hope for the Future brand and the woman who created it. By suing her, they're trying to show they're still in charge. It's like a corporate version of a restraining order to keep her from being a threat. Steffi's excitement over Hope's downfall is honestly getting a bit old. She's so focused on winning the personal war that she doesn't see she's creating her own worst enemy. If you treat someone like a criminal, don't be shocked when they start acting like a mastermind. Hope is being pushed into a corner, and a cornered Logan is a very dangerous thing. This legal fight is institutional betrayal at its core. Hope thought the company she built would be loyal to her. Finding out they see her as a traitor the moment she wants independence is a huge blow. It just justifies her quitting Logan. 2. She's realized any institution will eventually turn on you, and let's talk about that fight at the bikini bar. It was the moment the corporate war became a street fight. Liam didn't go there to talk. He went there to mark his territory. His insults to Zend weren't about the job. They were about a primal fear of being replaced. Zen was fighting for the new life he and Hope are building. It was a clash between the old guard and the new vision. Imagine how Hope felt watching those two men act like animals in front of everyone. That maternal panic she felt when Liam threatened her custody in the middle of a bar fight is a trauma that isn't going away. The broken glass on that floor is a perfect metaphor for her life right now. It's beautiful, it's sharp, and it's dangerous. She can't go back. The violence has stripped away the polite facade and shown the raw truth. This is a fight to the finish. Liam's behavior was the final nail in the coffin for that marriage. You can't call yourself a supportive husband and then humiliate your wife by brawling with her partner. He's become exactly what he accused Thomas of being, an obsessed, unhinged man who can't take no for an answer. This is displaced aggression at its peak. Liam isn't just mad at Zend, he's mad at himself for losing his grip on Hope. He's mad at Steffi for being happy. He's mad the world doesn't revolve around him anymore. That fight was a desperate attempt to feel powerful when he's losing control of everything, and now, the collapse. Is Hope's body finally saying enough? A collapse on a runway is classic soap drama, but it feels real here. The Brooke blow-up was the final straw. Hope's nerves have been under attack for months. Whether it's a panic attack or a pregnancy, the message is clear. This war is destroying her. There's a deep fear in Hope's eyes now. It's the fear of someone who realizes they might have won but lost their health in the process. If she is pregnant, the joy of a new life will be ruined by the fear of a legal battle with a vengeful Liam. That hospital visit with Bridget is a full circle moment. Bridget is the only one who can look at Hope as a sister and a patient instead of just a Logan. This health crisis might be the only thing that can force a ceasefire, but let's be real, it will probably just give the lawyers more to talk about. I suspect the writers are going for the pregnancy route for maximum drama. A Zen Hope baby would be the ultimate disruption to the power balance. It would link those two forever and give Liam a reason to go full Spencer in his revenge. It's dark, it's messy, and it's why we're all obsessed. Hope is dealing with her emotional pain physically now. She has no words left to fight Brooke or Liam, so her body is doing the talking. It's a subconscious cry for help to make the world stop for just a second. But in the world of bold and the beautiful, the world never stops. It just gets faster to SO. What do you think about all this? Is Hope's resignation the start of something legendary, or is it the end of everything she's ever known? I really want to hear your theories, because the fandom is literally split down the middle. Do you think Hope is finally being empowered by starting Zen Hope, or is she just being reckless and entitled with her legal contracts? Is she a future mogul, or just a total mess right now? And who is really to blame for her hitting the floor? Is it Brooke's relentless screaming, Liam's suffocating control, or is Hope just the victim of her own bad choices? Let me know in the comments. Are we Team Zen Hope or Team Hope needs serious help? If you liked this deep dive into the absolute chaos of Hope Logan's life, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out. And if you don't want to miss any more of the Logan versus Forrester war, hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. We are covering every twist, every collapse, and every lawsuit as they happen. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. If Hope Logan really is pregnant, the already exploding world of the bold and the beautiful is about to hit a level of chaos we haven't seen in years. Right now, everyone is fixated on her health after that terrifying collapse on the runway. While the stress of Brooke's screaming match and the corporate war with the Forresters is the obvious culprit, the rumors on social media are practically deafening that a baby is on the way. There's even speculation that the writers might be leaning into a real-life pregnancy to align with an upcoming maternity leave for Annika Noel. If a blood test at the hospital confirms she's expecting, it doesn't just explain the fainting spell. It becomes a tactical nuclear strike on her divorce and custody battle. Think about the paternity of it all. Liam has already gone off the deep end after finding those irrevocable confessions of love and intimate sketches in Zen's portfolio. He's already planning to leave her penniless and is gunning for full custody of Beth. If Hope is pregnant, the first question everyone is going to ask is, who's the father? We've seen Hope and Zen spending those intense, late-night creative sessions at the beach house, discovering a connection that transcended their professional boundaries. If the baby turns out to be Zen's, it validates every single one of Liam's paranoid rants and gives him the unstable adulteress narrative he needs to use in court. It would basically hand him a victory for Beth on a silver platter, but it gets even messier for the Logan family. Brooke is already at a boiling point because she feels like she's losing her daughter to the Spencers and Katie. If Hope is carrying a Zen Hope baby, Brooke's world will likely shatter even further. She spent years defending Hope as the moral compass of the family, the good girl, who doesn't make the same scandalous mistake she did. A pregnancy resulting from a workplace affair with a Forrester cousin, while still technically married to Liam? That is the end of the perfect Hope image forever on the corporate side. The timing couldn't be worse. Hope is currently trying to launch her independent empire, but she's facing a massive legal threat. Carter has been ordered to sue her for breach of contract, and the Forresters are out for blood. A high-risk pregnancy in the middle of a lawsuit and a vicious custody battle could be the thing that finally breaks her spirit. The funny thing is, a pregnancy might be the only thing that forces a ceasefire. If Hope's health is truly in jeopardy, even Steffi and Brooke might have to put their fashion grudge aside. But knowing these families, it's more likely that a new baby will just become another piece of territory for them to fight over. If she is pregnant, the third way Hope was trying to build is going to be a lot more crowded than she